The holidays are in full swing, and it is so important that you get your packages to your customers before December 25th. So today I want to go through 8 of the top print-on-demand providers and look at their cutoff dates for the United States. Let's jump in. Hey, what's up everybody? I hope the holiday selling season has been a big one. If you're a returning subscriber here, thank you for coming back. And if you're brand new, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for watching today. What I want to talk about today is how late you can keep selling into December to where your orders will still get to your customer before December 25th. With print on demand. Now, every print on demand partner is going to be a little bit different. So I would encourage you that if your print on demand company is not listed in this video, make sure that you check their website for updates and also keep your eyes on your email because oftentimes they will email out the holiday cutoff dates. And so just keep your eyes out for your print on demand provider. We're covering today 8 of the top print on demand providers for Shopify. And we've simply gone out to their website, done the research for you so that we can inform you of how late you can get your orders in for print on demand. So let's jump in. All right, we're kicking it off with Printful. So we're here on the Printful website, holiday order deadlines. We scroll down, we have the winter holidays here, and we can look by category. And we have 2 different options here, standard shipping, and then we also have express shipping. Now, just keep in mind, you need to have live rates enabled if you wanna use express shipping. So that's important. But as we look here, shirts, jackets, hoodies, and sweatshirt, it's gonna be December 12th for the regular shipping. So that means you're gonna need to get your orders in by December 12th or inform your customers that if they order after December 12th, it may not arrive by Christmas. So I do think that most print-on-demand providers are a little bit conservative with their cutoff dates just to cover them in case there's increased volume. But keep in mind, you just want to inform your customers that the latest they can get their orders in this case, if you're using Printful, would be December 12th to ensure that they get their orders by Christmas. Now, what you're going to see from a lot of the print-on-demand providers, some not, but mostly you will see this, is they'll have different categories, different products, and they'll have specific dates for those products. So if we look down a little bit down the list here, we've got embroidered hats and apparel. That's also going to be December 12th. And you see the different categories. Footwear is it's already too late for footwear at this point. Drinkware, December 12th, December 7th for mouse pads and earphones. So you kind of get the idea on this, and we'll try to leave links down in the description for all of the print on demand providers so you can look in detail at these lists. Jumping over to Printify. Now, as you know, Printify has a bunch of print providers that they work with. So you're gonna have to kind of match up your print provider, the one that you're using with the list here. So again, we're over on their website and we're gonna click on US-based print providers. As a reminder, today we're only gonna be mainly looking at USA orders. We're not gonna be looking at the rest of the world, but again, go to your print on demand provider's website if you wanna look at the international shipping options or a different country. So right here under US-based print providers, we have to look at the actual print provider that we are using on our website. So we see Awkward Styles here, USA, the cutoff date's gonna be December 7th to get those orders by December 25th. We scroll down to maybe a few of the more common ones that we talk about a lot. Monster Digital, USA is gonna be December 10th. My Locker, another popular one, USA is gonna be December 10th. Printed Mint in the USA, gonna be December 10th. And so on and so forth. We've got Swift POD, USA, December 7th. The Dream Junction, USA is gonna be December 10th. So you can definitely see it varies. In some cases you can get, an extra week of selling with these different print on demand providers. So definitely check it out. Hey, by the way, if you need a little help getting your Shopify store built and up and launched, we actually have a free 13-step cheat sheet that will walk you through each step you need to do before you fully launch your Shopify store. It's also got a bunch of really helpful links to tools that I love and recommend to our students. And if you want to go check it out, it's completely free. You can just download it at shirtschool.com/cheat sheet. Go over there, click the link in the description, download it for free, and it'll help you on your journey to get your Shopify store built and launched. Next up, looking at SPOD, a little bit simpler list here. One thing I like about SPOD's website is that they actually have this kind of green light, red light indicator here that tells you what their production status is. So that lets you know if they're overwhelmed. If you're using SPOD and they have a high order volume, right now they're looking in the green, says production status is normal, and it says they have their usual less than 48-hour turnaround time at this point in the season. I'm recording this today on Wednesday, November 30th. So as of right now, they are still doing less than 48-hour turnaround time. If we go down and look at the holiday order deadlines for the US, it's gonna be standard shipping is gonna be December 14th. If you're using premium shipping, December 15th, and express shipping is gonna be December 20th. Before we move on, I wanna give you a quick tip. If you're using one of these print-on-demand providers that has an earlier cutoff date, you could switch some of your best-selling products to one of the print-on-demand providers that has a later production date, a cutoff date, and that would enable you to keep selling further into December, closer to Christmas. Right here, SPOD is projecting December 14th, whereas when we've looked at some of the other print-on-demand providers, some of them are gonna be very, very early, even a week or more earlier. So this just enables you, if you switch some of your best-selling products over, to continue selling further into December, which could be a huge advantage for you. Next up, we're looking at Apliiq, and we've got their blog pulled up here, 2022 holiday production and shipping schedule. One thing I wanted to note is that they have noted here in 2022, we've seen a significant improvement with regards to inventory availability. Average production time to ship was 2.3 days so far in 2022, so that's very cool. They actually provide a calendar to kind of give you some, tips on how to use them effectively during the holidays. In October, they say to create your samples and stock bulk orders. In November, finalize samples for POD and inventory. Christmas delivery is good. Then starting on November 24th, they shift to Christmas delivery is likely, which to me seems very, very conservative, especially compared to some of the other print-on-demand providers. The first week of December, it says Christmas delivery possible. And then starting on December 4th, they say Christmas delivery is not likely. So you can see Apliiq is giving you a much earlier date than really any print on demand that we've seen so far. And they're stating that December 3rd is really gonna be that last day to get your orders in. Next up, we're looking at Gelato. And with Gelato, we've got economy shipping and express shipping. They show it here with two different dates. So we can look at, for the United States, if we're looking at acrylic prints, it's December 12th, calendars December 14th, canvases December 12th. If we go down to clothing, we're gonna see December 13th for clothing. Frame posters, December 13th. You can see the express shipping option. If you're using that, it's gonna give you a later date on all of these. Mugs is gonna go all the way until December 14th. So Gelato has probably one of the latest dates we've seen so far. Next up, we're looking at Teelaunch, another really popular print-on-demand provider. And the best I could do for Teelaunch was Googling it and finding this holiday deadline page. Now, I don't know for sure that this has been updated for 2022. I searched my email, I searched their website, unless I'm just missing it somewhere. I couldn't find anything specific other than this page right here, which doesn't specifically state 2022. Sometimes with some of the smaller print-on-demand providers, you will find older articles. You gotta be careful and check those dates because they could be from last year or previous years. But this is the best we could do for Teelaunch. And what they're showing here for Christmas delivery is inside the United States, December 4th, and international November 20th. So this is gonna be one of the earliest dates we've seen for cutoff. If you're using Teelaunch, make sure you take note. Next up, we've got CustomCat, and I was able to find this blog that's called What to Consider When Setting Holiday Order Deadlines. This was just written very recently. And if we scroll down here, I wanna show you two really cool things. The first thing, let's just look at the cutoff dates. Right here, OSM Economy, which is gonna be basically like your USPS, United States Postal Service. That's gonna be December 13th cutoff date, which is really good, right? Now, one thing to keep in mind, which I haven't mentioned yet, Christmas is gonna fall on a Sunday, which means orders are not gonna be delivered obviously on Sunday because it's Christmas, but also Saturday on Christmas Eve, it's likely that your customers are not gonna receive orders on that day as well. So that's something to take note of. Being on the weekend there, it kind of inhibits the delivery just a little bit. So OSM Economy, December 13th, that's gonna be like your USPS. Then they have UPS Ground, December 16th. 2 days gonna be to the 21st, and then overnight is going to be the 22nd for arrival on the 23rd, which would be a Friday. So they provide their estimated dates here, but one really cool thing that actually CustomCat has that I haven't seen yet is right here, average production times and production lead times that they are updating in real time. And if we click on that, it's gonna take us over to this page. It actually shows us right here, current average fulfillment time, and that's 2.4 business days. And so it says check back often to see our rolling 7-day average fulfillment time. And so you can kind of get a better idea here, right? They're giving you the date of December 13th, but if you check back to this page, you might be able to get a little bit later date to make sure your orders are getting there by Christmas. I'm sure they're not making any promises, and this is gonna be just the fulfillment time. It's not gonna be the shipping time. So we could say if this stays at 2.4 business days, you know, if we get it in by Monday, Tuesday of Christmas week, we might be able to get it there before Christmas Eve. So this is something cool that they offer, kind of similar to what we saw with SPOD, where they have this current production status. Lastly, looking at awkward styles, if you're using awkward styles directly, not through, we saw them on Printify, but if you're using awkward styles directly, they have this blog post here, which shows that US standard shipping, the cutoff date is gonna be December 13th, also a very reasonable cutoff date. If you're using expedited, it's gonna be December 16th, and international shipping has already passed at November 26th. To wrap all this up, the earliest date that we saw was Apliiq at December 3rd. We saw Teelaunch at December 4th. And then the latest date we saw was SPOD at December 14th. Now, I think as a general guideline across all of the print-on-demand providers, the average date was somewhere around December 12th. So that might be a date you want to keep in your mind for the holiday season. As a reminder, if your print-on-demand provider wasn't listed, make sure you go to their website and check your email. And most print-on-demand providers are going to have a section or a banner or a blog post where they cover their holiday cutoff dates. So definitely pay attention and definitely make sure that you are communicating to your customer on your website, maybe through emails, how late that they can get their orders. Make sure that they know that if they order on December 20th, they're probably not gonna get their item by Christmas. You know, you need to set those expectations with your customers. So I hope this has been super helpful today. If it is, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get notified when new videos release. See you soon.